Hello friends, welcome to my show. The title for today is 21 Laws of Money by Brian Tracy. Friends, Brian Tracy is a Canadian-American motivational public speaker and self-development author. He is the author of over 70 books that have been translated into dozens of languages. Brian Tracy says, one of your major goals in life should be financial independence. One must aim to reach the point where one has enough money so that one doesn't have to worry about money again. The good news is that financial independence is easier to achieve today. We are surrounded by more wealth and affluence than ever before. I have summarized the book for you to basically give you a synopsis where I have picked up the important laws of money from the book. So here we go. There are 13 laws which I have taken out of the book. 1. The law of cause and effect. Everything happens for a reason, and there is a cause for every effect that takes place. You can acquire whatever amount of money you really want if you will only do what others have done before you to achieve the same results. And if you don't, you won't earn the same amount of money that they have earned. It is as simple as that. The most important expression of this universal law is that thoughts are causes and conditions are the effects. The most important principle of personal or business is simply this: you become what you think about most of the time. So you become what you think about most of the time. 2. The law of belief. Whatever you truly believe with strong feelings and conviction becomes your reality. When you are absolutely convinced that you are a financial success in the making, you will engage in such behaviors that will make it come true. 3. The law of attraction. Human being is like a living magnet where he or she invariably attracts people, situations, and circumstances that are in harmony with his or her own dominant thoughts. When a person develops a burning desire for financial success and thinks about it all the time, the person sets up a force field of positive emotional energy that attracts people, ideas, opportunities into one's own life to help convert one's own goals into realities. Here I would also like to add that it could also be linked to the power of subconscious. 4. The law of abundance. We live in an abundant universe in which there is sufficient money for all those who really want it and are willing to obey the laws governing its acquisition. There is plenty of money available for you. There is no real shortage. You can have virtually all you want and need. The first corollary of the law of abundance says that people become wealthy because they decide to become wealthy. The second corollary of this law says people are poor because they have not yet decided to become rich. Why aren't you rich already? Write down all the reasons you can think of. Go over your answers one by one with someone who knows you well and ask them for their opinion. You may be surprised to find that your reasons are mostly excuses that you have fallen in love with. 5. The law of time perspective. Successful people in any society are those who take the long-term period into consideration when making their day-to-day decisions. People with long-term perspectives are always willing to pay the price of success for a long time before they achieve it. They think about the consequences of their financial choices and decisions in terms of what they might mean in 5, 10, 15, or even 20 years from now. As you begin thinking long term and organizing your financial life and priorities with your future goals and ambitions in mind, the quality of your decisions improves and your life starts to become better almost immediately. The first corollary of the law of time perspective says delayed gratification is the key to financial success. The second corollary of this law says self-discipline is the most important personal quality for assuring long-term success. The third corollary of this law says sacrifice in the short term is the price you pay for security in the long term. Sixth, the law of saving. So here this particular law, from now onwards, I'm going to tell you figures also which are very important. So kindly, please listen to it very intently. Sixth, the law of saving. Financial freedom comes to a person who saves 10% or more of his income throughout his lifetime. One of the smartest things that you can do is to develop the habit of saving part of your salary with every paycheck. Begin today to save 10% of your income and never touch it. This is for your fund for long-term financial accumulation, and you never use it for any other reason except to assure your financial future. If you are in debt and 10% is too much for you, start saving 1%. At least 1% you can save. So start saving 1% of your income and living on the other 99%. So this is a very wise thought. Save 1%, live with 99% if you are hard up on cash. When you become comfortable living on 99% of your income, increase your saving rate to 2%. Equally important to earning is saving, says the author. 7. The law of conservation. It's not how much you make, but how much you keep that determines your financial future. This is extremely true, friends. It is not how much you make, but how much you save determines your financial future. Many people make a lot of money in the course of their working career. Sometimes during boom periods, people munificently exceed their expectations and make more money than they ever would have thought it was possible. The true measure, however, is how well you are really doing is to how much you keep out of the amount you're earning and how much you can save out of that. Calculate your true net worth as of today. Make a list of all your assets and value them at the amounts you could actually get for them if you had to turn them into cash in the immediate. Add up all your bills, credit card balances, I would say, and mortgages, and then subtract them from your assets to get your net rupee worth of today. Now divide the number of years you have been working by your net worth. The result is the net amount you have actually earned each year after your cost of living. Are you happy with it? If not, start doing something about it. Answer is very simple. Start saving more. 8. Parkinson's law. Now I guess everybody has heard of this. So the author says Parkinson's law. Expenses rise to meet income, just as the old adage that says work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. Parkinson's law is one of the best known and the most important law of money and wealth accumulation. It was developed by English writer C. Northcote Parkinson many years ago, and it explains why most people retire poor. This law says that no matter how much money people earn, they tend to spend the entire amount and a little more besides. Their expenses rise in the direct proportion of their incomes. 9. the law of investing. Investigate before you invest. This is one of the most important of all the laws of money. You should spend as much time studying a particular investment as you do earning the money before you put that money into a particular investment. Remember, you have worked very hard to earn it and taken too long to accumulate it. Investigate every aspect of the investment well before you make a commitment. Ask for full and complete disclosure of every detail. If you have any doubt or misgivings about it, you will probably be better off keeping your money in the bank or in a money market investment account. The corollary of the law of investment says if you think you can afford to lose a little, you're going to end up losing a lot. We generally don't think about it. So if you think you can afford to lose a little, you're actually going to end up losing a lot. Another corollary of the law of investment or investing says only invest with experts who have a proven track record of success with their own money. Invest only in things that you fully understand and believe in. Take investment advice only from people who are financially successful. 10. The law of compound interest. Investing your money carefully and allowing it to grow at compound interest will eventually make you rich. Compound interest is considered one of the greatest miracles of all human history and economics. Albert Einstein described it as the most powerful force in your society. When you let money accumulate at compound interest, over a long period of time, it increases more than you can even imagine. For example, if you were receiving 8% interest on your investment and you divided the number 72 by 8, you would get number 9. This means that it would take you 9 years to double your money at 8% interest. The first corollary of this law says the key to compound interest is to put the money away and never touch it. If you ever touch that money, you lose the power of compound interest. And though you spend only a small amount today, you will be giving up what could be an enormous amount of interest later on. If you start early enough, invest consistently enough, never draw on your funds and rely on the miracle of compound interest, it will make you rich. An average person earning an average income who invested about say rupees 1,000 per month from the age of 21 to the age of 65 and who earned a compounded rate of interest of 10% over that time would retire with a net worth of rupees 1.12 crore or say 1 crore 11 lakh 80,000 to be exact. Begin a regular monthly investment account and account yourself and commit yourself to investing a fixed amount for the next 5, 10 or even 20 years. Select a company with a family of mutual funds and investment instruments and keep your money working month after month and year after year. 11. The law of accelerating acceleration. A very interesting law again. It says the faster you move towards financial freedom, the faster financial freedom will move towards you. The more money you accumulate and the more success you achieve, the more faster money and success seem to move towards you from a range of different directions. As they say, earning the first billion is the most difficult. And everyone who is financially successful today has had the experience of working extremely hard, sometimes for years before they got their first real opportunity. But after that, more and more opportunities flowed to them from all corners of life. The first corollary of life of accelerating acceleration says 80% of your success will come in the last 20% of the time you invest. This is a remarkable discovery or a theory. Just think, you will achieve only about 20% of the total success possible for you in the first 80% of time and money that you invest in an enterprise, career, or even a project, and you will achieve the other 80% in the last 20% of the time and money that you invest. Peter Lynch, the former manager of Magellan Mutual Fund, one of the most successful mutual funds in history, would often buy the stock of a company that did not increase in value for several years. Then it would take off and go up to 10 or 20 times in the price. This strategy of picking stocks for the long term eventually made him one of the most successful and highest paid money managers in America. 12. The law of real estate, another very good law that he has come out with. The value of a piece of real estate is the future earning power of that particular piece of property. The value of any piece of property is determined by the income that can be generated by that property when it is developed to its highest and best use from this amount to time onward into the future. A piece of property may have sentimental value for a particular owner, but its dollar value is directly related to its future earning power. There are vast areas of many large cities where property values are declining because growth and development have come and gone and will probably not return. Every day, men and women are selling homes and properties at less than they paid for them, or losing them to foreclosure because these properties have declined in earning power and therefore in value. Your first corollary of real estate is you make your money when you buy and you realize it when you sell. This is very important. It is only by purchasing a piece of property at the right price and under the right terms that enables you to sell it at a profit. Many people think that they will make their money when they will sell the property, irrespective of how they purchase the property or at what price, so on and so forth. The more carefully you investigate a piece of property and the more thoroughly you prepare a purchase order, the more likely it is that you will get the kind of deal that will enable you to sell that property at a profit later on. The second corollary of the law of real estate is the three keys to real estate selection, which are location, location, and location. Your ability to choose a piece of property in an excellent location will have more of an impact on the future earning power of that particular property than any other decision that you make. Another corollary of this law is the real estate values are largely determined by general economic activity of the area and by the number of jobs and the level of wages. Generally, property increases at 3 times the level of population and 2 times the rate of inflation. When you purchase property in a fast-growing community, you are virtually ensured of the above average increases in value. And finally, there is a conclusion for you which is extremely interesting, friends. There are 4 keys to success with money. First, earn as much as you can possibly do. Do everything possible to excel in your field so that you're paid, you're very well paid. The second key is to money is to hold on to your money as much as you can. Don't spend it. Just put it under your pillow and just keep it with you. The third key to money is to reduce and control your costs of living. Buy less expensive items. Put off important buying decisions for a day, week, even for a month or even for a year if you can. So that when you finally do make decision, it is a good one. All wealthy people are very careful with their money and their expenses. That's how they have become wealthy. This is now a wonderful time to live. It has never been more favorable a time for you to make more, save more, accumulate more, and grow your money faster than it is today. Your job is to take full advantage of the wide range of opportunities that are available to you. Your job is to apply these laws to fulfill your financial destiny and become wealthy in your working lifetime. So friends, I recommend this book to youngsters who are working so that they can get some good insights into investment and making money. And it's a good read overall. I would give 7 out of 10. So goodbye and see you soon.